Welcome, guys, to day 14. I'm super excited to have you guys join me over here on the YT side. We're getting ready to get into it because TT has been waiting for us to go into day 14 of our online business training. And so if you have never seen my face before and this is your first time joining one of my lives on TT or over here on YT, I want you to do me a favor and let me know in the comments. Say hey, let me know where you're watching from. And if you have any questions, even if you are watching videos over here on the YT side, you can always place them in the description or the comments, should I say, down below, and I'll be happy to answer because I will get an alert on this side, okay? And so I'm super excited to dive right in. As I mentioned, if you've never seen my face before, my name is Tamia Denise, and I teach female entrepreneurs how to build online businesses. I am the lady that went through a terrible divorce after being married over a decade. I got married pretty young, went through a terrible divorce. It was so heartbreaking. It's sad. Essentially, guys, I have to write a book on how awful it was. But on the other side of that pain was the opportunity for me to be able to grow in several different areas of my life. And so for a long time, I felt like my life was over and how could I restart my life? In my late 30s at the time, and then leading into my early 40s. But I was able to find my way. And so shortly after that, I ended up losing my corporate job at the time. They fired me, y'all, after being on the job for quite some time. There were some discrepancies going on in the background, and they did what they had to do a couple of days before Christmas. Then I found myself in a position where I was a single mom of 3 beautiful boys, right? And so you can imagine the weight that was on me at that time, watching from DC. Thank you, Sade Nicole. And so thank you for helping me to hit my flash goal too, guys. And so I appreciate, yes, we got to 1K. I'm reading the comments now. I appreciate you, Sade. You're holding on this side. And so I found myself just in this place to whereas I had to learn how to go ahead and pivot once again. I've always been a fighter. I've always been relentless. I've always had tenacity and endurance. And so I was able to find my way again, I believe, through the grace of God. And essentially, I had to get creative and remember what I had in my hand, right? Remember the skills that I had. And I have always been a creative. I have always been the type of woman that enjoyed creating different businesses. Years ago, I had subscription box when I became a new mom. And the subscription box was called Master Moms Box. Essentially, it helped moms and babies. And I would send out monthly subscriptions to moms and babies to be able to support them once they went ahead and they subscribed. I also had an online boutique and a brick and mortar boutique. It was a travel and pop-up boutique, essentially. And so all of that being said, I do have a background in terms of building different types of businesses, and it's something that I thoroughly enjoy. Later on, after I went through my divorce and I lost my corporate job, and I found myself being a single mother, I went ahead and created a remote cleaning business. Why? Because this particular business fit my lifestyle. I had the opportunity to incorporate my business into my lifestyle. I had the opportunity to incorporate my business into my lifestyle. And that's sometimes something that we miss as female entrepreneurs. You need to be able to create a business that fits your lifestyle. I knew as a single mom, I didn't have the most support. So I needed to be able to have a business that allowed for me to be able to operate in my life as a single mom. Okay. And so I want you to get into that mindset when you're thinking about choosing your business model. How can you create a business that fits your lifestyle? Okay. So we're on day 14, essentially, of building our online businesses because we are in the last quarter of the year and we're not waiting to January to launch our businesses because we understand that one income is too close to no incomes. And the truth of the matter is that you can do this. You can create multiple streams of income if you go ahead and you put everything that you got into building your online businesses. We're going to dive into the topic that I have today, but I just want to talk to you for a little while. If you're at a place essentially to where as you're feeling nervous, you're at a place to where as unfortunately, maybe you got caught up in the whole situation that's connected to the government shutdown, where these people have the opportunity while they sit in their big houses to be able to dictate whether or not you and your children eat. You need to be making sure that you create multiple streams of income. And a lot of times from the single businesses that we have, we don't necessarily understand that we have the power to be able to make multiple businesses out of our one business idea, right? And so, for instance, me as a remote cleaning business owner, I now have the ability through that experience and several other businesses that I've built to now do online coaching opportunities, or let's say group coaching opportunities. That's another stream of income. Additionally, I've had the opportunity to create low content journals. This is another stream of income. This journal was created in Canva, Canva, a free platform. And essentially, this book was placed on Amazon. I don't have to have the actual inventory on hand. This is a low content journal. Essentially, Amazon ships this out to the customers that order my book. All that being said, you can create multiple streams of income if you have the mindset, right? That's going to take some training, the mentality essentially to keep moving forward. I'm not ignoring you guys' comments if you're putting anything over here, okay? Do me a favor, let's continue to like the live. That will let TT know that we want to let other female entrepreneurs, aspiring, upcoming entrepreneurs know that we are live. All right, we ready for takeoff, okay? We are on day 14, and today I'm going to teach you the importance of making sure that you have an email list, okay? This is something that I'm not seeing a whole lot about nowadays for whatever weird reason, but girl, you need to make sure that you have an email list, essentially because there is so much money to be made talking to, having relationship with, developing relationship with people that have already opted into your email list, okay? So if we want to put a particular goal in place, I'm going to teach you essentially how to go ahead and nurture the leads that you obtain through your email marketing endeavors. I love all of the different components of marketing in and of itself, right? Because we have so many different platforms and vehicles to be able to market on through the content that we decide to put out into the world. Essentially, when you put your content out into the world, if you choose to use content, right, essentially to be able to connect to your targeted audience, these are free opportunities for you to then get customers and clients. For my coaching clients, majority of them come through content that I went ahead and created and posted for free. I'm not talking about doing ads, which I'm a believer in ads, okay? I love getting ads done 100% in terms of business endeavors. I love the fact that you can connect your ads to your email list essentially by doing like a freebie, a lead magnet. There's so many different creative ways for you to be able to market your business. All of that being said, I want to help to explain to you that social media, like I started to say, helps to build visibility, right? But your email list builds stability. Okay, so social media builds visibility, but your email list is going to help you to build stability. Let's say they decide to cut TT off. Remember when everybody was going crazy because we thought that TT was going to go away, right? Remember that? So essentially, people that already had email lists understood that they had stability in terms of having the opportunity to still be able to sell to their customers and their clients that they obtain through whatever funnels that they set up. And so if you've never heard of a funnel before, a funnel looks like this. Let's say you have your favorite store. You went ahead and you put your email into that favorite store. You opted into whatever their offer was, whether they wanted you to be a part of their a newsletter, or they wanted you to opt in so that they can give you a coupon code. This is a savvy way for them to then get you on their email list. This is why you can get several emails from a company that you absolutely love until you decide to unsubscribe. And you've been subscribed to several different companies, I'm pretty sure, down through the years, okay? So there's a level of stability. If your Instagram page gets hacked, if your IG page, Lord, gets hacked into, if your TT goes away and they tell you that you don't have access to your TT anymore, you still have your email list. Remember what I mentioned to you. Social media builds visibility. People can see your content, but your email list builds stability at the end of the day. All right. So earlier in our training, you can go back to look at the videos over on YT. Okay. Some days prior to, we talked about the importance of building your lead magnet. Okay. And so your lead magnet is almost like that gift that gets people to come into your particular funnel, right? I'm going to help my customer or my client get a quick win, essentially. And then I'm going to go ahead and essentially go ahead and connect them to another component of that particular funnel. And so for different creators, for different online business owners, essentially, this looks a lot different. So you're going to go ahead and create your lead magnet, okay? And then you're going to connect your lead magnet to your email tool. All right. So that email tool might be StanStore. I know that we talked about that in another training. It might be Flowdesk. It might be Kits. Essentially, these are systems that are built to be able to house your lead magnets. Okay. And then after you create that lead magnet, you're going to go ahead and create something called an email sequence. Okay. Or it can be named as a welcome sequence, right? This is going to help to build relationship with your potential customer or client. They're going to start to go on a customer journey after they obtain your lead magnet. And your lead magnet, I just want to say this, does not have to be something that is free. It can be paid at the end of the day. It can be a short course, something that gives people essentially a quick win. It could be a checklist. It can be whatever you want it to be and whatever you value it at. But essentially what I say is that when you have lead magnets, they need to pack a powerful punch, essentially, so that people learn to trust you and you have the opportunity to be able to position yourself as an expert in your industry. Okay. And so once you go ahead and you've created your lead magnet, all right, we're talking about building your email list, right? And how social media builds visibility, but your email list builds stability. You have your lead magnet. Then you're going to go to your best friend, ChatGPT, and ask Chat to put together a 3 email welcome sequence for your people. Now, at this point, this won't be hard for ChatGPT to go ahead and do, because you're already training the system. The system already knows you. It already knows the pain points of your people. It is ready to be able to be powered up to take things to the next level. Welcome in over on the TT side. And so now we have our lead magnet. We've connected our lead magnet to our automated system like StanStore. And then our first email, because we're going to have a 3 sequence, hey, Miss Profit, a 3 sequence email essentially is going to go ahead and deliver the lead magnet or the freebie that we have. Okay. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate you. So we have our first email. We're being intentional here. We're building an email list because we understand stability. If all of these platforms go away, at the end of the day, we now have the opportunity to be able to still sell to our customers and clients because they're in our CRM system, our customer relationship management system. And we've been talking to them all along, right? Just like Nostrum talks to you all along, all day, every day. They don't apologize for the amount of emails that they send you because you opted in because you are fond of the store. You enjoy seeing what they have. So they're always going to confidently send you out different opportunities to be able to buy and obtain as a consumer what they have as a business. That's why I talked about this earlier on my earlier live. You cannot be afraid to offer to your customers or to your clients because at the end of the day, they've opted into what you have, especially an email list, because they're interested in what you have at the end of the day. Okay. So that first email is going to deliver the freebie that you have, your lead magnet. Okay, you're going to go to Chat, get that particular wording or the captions or whatever have you. Email 2 is going to be you sharing your story plus your mission. Why are you doing what you're doing? When people are first coming into your funnel, right, your flow, you have to be able to build up rapport. It's that know, like, trust factor. They opted in for a reason. Maybe they just wanted to get your lead magnet. You do have some lead magnet freebie junkies. They will opt into all types of lead magnets and never have the intention of buy anything. But then you have people that your particular freebie, okay, if you have a digital products business or if you have a service-based business, they're interested in what you have to offer. So you share your story and your mission. If you're faceless, okay, let's say you want to position this email sequence for your business. You have a cleaning business, right? And you don't necessarily want to mention something personal about yourself when people opt into your funnel. Let's say they opted into a freebie that you have that helps them to be able to maintain their house to a certain level of cleanliness before their next clean. Okay. You can tell the story of the company, how it came about. Maybe it's a woman owned business, right? where it's located, why you guys do what you do, because it helps to build trust with your people. Then you have your third email in the sequence. This is going to help to introduce your offer or whatever starter kit you have in place, right? We have to make sure that we have the right strategies essentially to get what we want to get. And that's the fact that we want to be able to obtain the business of those that we're going after as customers and clients. All right. So it's important that in these email sequences, especially let's say in that third email, that you offer other components for your particular people to obtain. So for instance, you can put a TikTok link in there, right, to your bio, right? You can put content. Let's say you have a YT channel like me. If you just recorded fresh content, you can put a link in there. If I'm sending out newsletters, that's usually what I would do, right? Because that gives me visibility on different platforms, and people really do consume content different. Welcome in the room over here on TT. People consume different levels of content. Some people like to be on the YT side. Some people like to be on IG. Some people are still on FB. Some people like content on TT. At the end of the day, you want to be able to make sure that you're introducing people to different levels of content. And that's why I truly believe in repurposing the content that you have. You cannot be afraid to repurpose a piece of content so that you can make sure that you're working smarter and not harder at the end of the day. And the reason why I say that is because you can't make an assumption that people that are on IG saw your content that you posted over on TT. People really don't care, and they pay attention, but at the end of the day, you have to get into a rhythm of being consistent when you are utilizing these platforms to be able to get your content out too. All right. So in that third email sequence, you're going to introduce your offer. Remember, we're not operating in scarcity or being scared. All right. At the end of the day, to get to the bag, you got to make an offer. Stores are making an offer to you in your email every single day because you opted in, and they know that you like what it is that they have. They're not afraid. They're about getting this money. So now you have to have a mentality that whatever it is that you're offering in your online business, in your structure, in your business model, is going to help to meet the pain point of your people. So you never have to be at that place where you are shy. Hey, Camilla, welcome in. And so all of that being said, now we have our 3 email sequence, right? We have that all together, and we're super excited to go ahead and move to the next level, right? And that next level is going to be implementation on your part. Anytime you sit in a training with yours truly, I'm always going to have an action plan in place. I am a natural born coach in anything that I do. And in order for you to get results for your next level, you have to make sure that you are implementing. It is okay to consume information right at the beginning stages of building your online business, but eventually you got to implement so that you can get results. Information, implementation, results. Information, implementation, results at the end of the day. Okay. Hey, Tia, welcome in. And so my homework and my action step to you is that I want you to set up your first automated email sequence. You can utilize any CRM system to be able to do this, whether you want to do it for free or you want to go ahead and invest in a CRM system that you like. More than likely, with a lot of these CRM systems, they will give you a free trial to be able to test out the software. I personally use Kit. It used to be called ConvertKit, right? And so you can easily go to ChatGPT, your best friend, your BFF, get your 3 email sequence, and then create, like I said previously, some type of lead magnet that connects to your particular business model, right? You want people to get a quick win. Whoever it is that you are helping, you're creating your lead magnets on account of being connected to your people. How can you help them in a quick win? So then you're going to take the sequence that I went ahead and I gave you, and you're going to create your first automated email sequence. Because what you'll find is that all you have to do is set up a lot of these automations one time, and then they continue to work. The 3 email sequence that I have for my people, hey, lady empowerment, I don't have to set that funnel up again. Okay, people are consistently coming through that funnel when they join my newsletter or they opt in for my business starter kit, whatever have you, it's set up and that's it. You set it and you leave it. You work harder and not, you work smarter and not harder. Okay. And so next, in terms of an action step, you're going to go ahead and post a video sharing your freebie and telling your followers how to join your list. Okay. Because remember, you want to make sure that you have an email list, because it builds stability. Hey, welcome back. How are you, coach? Your email list builds stability. All right. If TT goes away, if YT goes away, if IG goes away, if FB goes away, if I don't know what I can use as a abbreviation for threats. Any of these platforms go away, and if they're threatened, essentially you have, hey, an email list, and then you can continue to sell to your people. So just as a quick recap, when you are thinking about, or you have an online business or even a brick and mortar business, this can be applied. It's important for you to make sure that you have an email list. Social media builds visibility, but your email list builds stability at the end of the day. So it's important that you have these automated systems in your business. I cannot stress that enough. On social media like crazy, even with affiliate-based businesses, like they're selling products one time, and it's just like you have to be able to get to a place to where as you're offering something to people so that you can get more of a lifetime value out of what it is that you are offering them, right? And so if you can sell somebody a $15 product one time, that's cool. But if you can sell somebody a $15 product and then upsell them for a $30 product, and then down the road get them to buy your course for $167, the lifetime value on that particular client is higher at the end of the day. So when you start thinking like a CEO, you have to think about upsells. And for example, I have a 2-bundle business starter kit that's $27, but I'm always going to ask for the upsell with my coaching. Okay. And that's more than $27 essentially. So you have to think with that mentality and mindset. Currently, I'm also building out a community called Domino Entrepreneurship Society. That's going to be on a subscription base. Okay. So you have to have different avenues for people to be able to opt into the services or either the offers that you have essentially. Okay. So you want that visibility, but you want that stability through your email list. It is absolutely important. I cannot stress that if TT goes away, if YT goes away, if IG goes away, you still got your people on your email list that you can communicate with at the end of the day. You can tell your people, hey, I'll be on live on this brand new social media channel, or I'm just going to send pre-recorded videos and you guys can watch the videos. Whatever you have to do, now you have a community, because that's all it is, that is based in the email environment that you can consistently sell to. Okay. And this is essentially how you're going to scale your business. You're going to stop just getting one-time sales, and you're going to set up systems that help you to be able to have stability. You can connect your lead magnet, as I'm doing this recap, to different platforms, whether StanStore, whether Kit, whatever platform you can research that will essentially allow for you to house your lead magnet. Then you're going to go to your best friend, ChatGPT, create a 3-email welcome sequence. First email delivers your particular freebie. You can say something like, welcome, chat will give you the wording, because remember, ChatGPT is your best friend. Then you're going to share your story and or your mission as it relates to your particular business. Last but not least, you're going to introduce your offer and or your starter kit. All right. And then you can always add more links that connect to your TikTok bio or some content that you have. You have a YT channel. You want to be able to keep people full so that they look at you as their expert. Okay. Or essentially the business that they're going to go to for what they need for their pain points. All right. And so I gave you 2 action steps in today's training. Day 14 out of 30. You're going to go ahead and create your first automated email sequence. Okay. Even if you don't have a business and you know what your business model is going to be, I want you to start to research different platforms that can house your lead magnet, that you can create an automated email sequence. I gave you the one that I utilize, which is Kit. There's Active Campaign. I think there's MailerLite. That's a free platform. You can be able to start on these platforms and get something built out as soon as possible. All right. And then if you're already on social media, you can go ahead and start to tell people in a video about your lead magnet, give them a call to action and invite them to be able to obtain it from the link in your bio, no matter what platform you're on. Okay. You have to tell people what to do. You can't just be out here posting videos and not giving people any idea of what they need to do when they watch the video, because they'll just watch it and keep it moving. But if you put on the video and the overlay, 5 different tools to help female entrepreneurs. Essentially, this is a copy. 5 different tools to help female entrepreneurs to scale in their business. And then I have an arrow pointing down that says comment ready if you want to be able to obtain my checklist. That's way different than just posting content that does not give direction. You're a CEO. You want to position yourself essentially as an expert in anything that you're doing on social media. It has to be strategic. There has to be something that shifts in your mind and in your mentality to whereas now you understand that you are on social media with an absolute purpose. You're trying to get to the bag at the end of the day. You're trying to build community at the end of the day. You're trying to meet people's pain points at the end of the day. And so to that point, I want to go ahead and invite you, if you're at a place where you want to be able to build your online business, and say you're enjoying my 30-day training, but you're ready to get started today. It's like, okay, Tamia, you're only at day 14. I want to be able to have an all-in-one. That I want to go ahead and invite you to grab my online business starter kit. Now, the special thing about this particular kit is that you have one particular ebook that's about 42 pages that's going to teach you everything that you need to know about starting an online business or scaling an online business. And then I went ahead as a free gift and I gave you the Ladypreneur Guide. It has a 4-day action plan in it because I don't believe in just getting information. We need you to go ahead and implement so you can get results. Okay. And you can obtain that on the TT side by making sure that you shoot me a DM. I'll send you the direct link. And over on the YT side or whatever other platform I decide to post these videos on, you can go ahead and get the link in the description, okay? Or either in the comments. Do we have any questions over here on the TT side before we wrap up with tonight's training? And we'll be back tomorrow for day 15. Any questions? Hey, Rose. Hey, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We're learning about how to build an online business. We're in 30 days of training. Today was day 15. And I'm teaching you guys how to be able to, I taught you guys how to go ahead and create an email sequence. If you want to watch the replay, you can go visit my YT channel over at The Intentional Lady CEO. I have over 145 videos that's going to teach you how to build an online business that you absolutely love. Hey, welcome in. Any questions? Because I know I shared a lot. Any questions? Any questions surrounding online business building? Okay, something you didn't understand. I never go into a live, let's say if I'm trying to learn a new thing and misunderstand something without asking. So if you have any questions about anything that I taught, you can put a 1 in the chat and I'll go ahead and answer your questions as it pertains to creating automated email sequences so that you can build an email list, okay, for your business. So that if TT goes away, if YT goes away, if FB goes away, you still have a viable business. That you can still, viable customers and clients that essentially you can still sell to. All right. It's stability as a business owner. No questions. So you guys are ready to go ahead and build your email list. And I'm assuming that you guys already have an automated email sequence and a freebie built up. Do you guys that are in here, do you already have one? Do you have a particular business? Gratitude for the insight. Anytime. If you have a business, an online business, you need to make sure you're starting fresh. Make sure that you create that email list. I don't care what type of business you have. You can create some kind of freebie. I don't care if it's a checklist. For me, I have a remote cleaning business. For my cleaning customers, I would then create a lead magnet essentially that talked about how they can heat, if it's residential clients, how they can keep their house clean before their next clean. 5 different ways they can do it. Okay. And they'll opt into that. And essentially, then the next email would be an introduction of the cleaning business, how it came to be. All right. The mission overall. And then the next email would be an offer. I'm offering you 20% off your next cleaning if you book monthly, or biweekly, clean. It's in my bio. Been wondering how to go about attracting people in the first video. Awesome. So you have the lead magnet already in your bio. You already have it in there. Sorry, guys. Okay, you have your email. Okay, so you have your email in your bio. Okay, And your email, when you say you have your email, so what are you trying to sell? What are you trying to sell? Because your email is in there, that's fine. But what you want to go ahead and create is a funnel. Okay. And through that funnel, essentially, that's going to introduce people to who you are. So no matter what your niche is, the thing that you do to essentially help people, right? You want to go ahead and start to build relationship, health and fitness training tips. Okay. So you need to create a lead magnet that's going to be able to give people quick wins that surround health and fitness training tips. Yeah. And so if you don't have a product, this ebook is going to be your first product. So you can create two things, a checklist. Okay, you're going to go to Chat GPT and put in what your particular niche is. Okay, I don't know who you help. Maybe you help female entrepreneurs. Maybe you help men. Maybe you help men lose 20 pounds in 30 days. Whatever your hook is, you're going to go to Chat GPT. Let Chat GPT know what it is that you do and who you help, and ask Chat to go ahead to give you some examples of a freebie, a lead magnet that you can go ahead and create. ChatGPT is going to give you the word in. Then you're going to go over to Canva, Canva. You're going to put in templates for ebooks in health and fitness. Okay. Canva's free. Then you're going to take the word in from ChatGPT and put it in your lead magnet, or I would do like a checklist, maybe 5 health products that you need to go ahead and, excuse me, jumpstart your health journey. That's going to be the first one. Then you're going to go back to Chat GPT and ask Chat GPT to create a lead magnet or an ebook that helps your people get whatever wins. Okay. Then you're going to take the wording from whatever Chat GPT gives you, and then go back to Canva and ask Canva to create, not ask Canva, because there is an AI feature, which is great. It actually is an AI feature over on Canva. And you can ask the AI feature to create you an ebook that connects to your health and fitness industry, essentially. Then after you get that lead magnet and also that freebie, you're going to connect to a platform like Stan Store, STAN. Then when you connect to Stan Store, you're going to upload your freebie, your checklist, let's say you decide to do, and your ebook. Okay. Then you're going to take that Stan Store link and put it in your bio. All right. Okay. So now you have a product. If you have any type of business, you need to always have an offer. You have to have an offer. You have to have an offer anytime. All right. So what did I say? You got to get Canva. That's free. I would just opt into it for $15 if you want to do the pro. Then you're going to go ahead to Stan Store. STAN. They'll give you a free trial, or you can also do beacons. Okay, you can do beacons too. That's free. I like Stan Store because after you make $100,000, they'll send you a plaque. That's why I like Stan Store. But then now your email makes sense. People, unfortunately, if they don't have a relationship with you, primo, they're not going to just get your email. You're gonna make these products on your phone. You're gonna download Canva, you're gonna download Stan Store, and you can do it on your phone. You can do it on your phone. You don't need to have a laptop. Once you download the apps, or either you go on your web browser and you type in the domain Canva, it'll come up and you can do it from your phone. Yep, you got it. Right? Remember, your first freebie, your lead magnet, is going to be a checklist. You're going to ask Chat to create it, Chat GPT. That's free. And then your actual first product is going to be a digital product. It's going to be an ebook. You're going to have Chat create that. Okay. And it's going to take you some time to be able to do it on your phone. But at the end of the day, what's the results? You know what I mean? And then you're going to go on live. You're not going to be afraid because you know that you're fulfilling the pain points of your people. Okay. So you're offering what people need as a business owner, and you're going to tell people about your lead magnet. You don't even have to you can go live, because live is the best way to be able to connect to people. I get coaching clients all the time. All right. I have about 700 people following me, but don't let that fool you. Never let the numbers fool you, because that has nothing to do with the amount of people that are in my DMs. Because you can look at my content. You can look at my content and take the content that I have to curate it. That is nothing except for the clause of differentiation. You're making it work for what you have. Nothing is new. Awesome. Yep. And then you can start to create content that has a call to action. Anytime, let's say you have like a video, and then you have some text on the screen that says, 5 ways to jumpstart your health journey. Or you can do like a hook that says 5 reasons why you're not losing weight. Okay. And then you can have like an arrow pointing down, comment ready if you're ready to take your health and fitness journey to the next level, something like that. But you're giving people a call to action. And once they go ahead and they respond to what it is that you are asking them to do, then you can go ahead and send them a DM, or either tell them, click the link in my bio in the video. It's several different ways you can do it. But you got to get a product. Product is definitely important for anything that you're doing. And you got this. You can shoot me a DM if you ever have questions, or I'll be here literally for the next 30 days. Teaching you how to be able to create these automations and systems for your business. And I'm not giving you the fluffy stuff. We don't have time for that. Get that ebook started so you can start making those coins. And I forgot to mention, you can price it. You can do like a low ticket offer. You got to start. We're living in the times of the have and have nots. That's what I tell myself, and that's what I've been telling people. All right. You have a whole administration. I won't even get into that. Okay. Because I'm not getting into political things, but at the end of the day, no one should have the power to tell people when they eat and when they don't eat. You have working class people right now that are having a hard time eating. I know I have 3 children. I'm a single mom, and my grocery bill is very, very high. Do you hear me? Very, very high. So at the end of the day, you got to get started, because you need multiple streams of income. It's going to take you not a lot of time to go ahead and put together that ebook, because ChatGPT is going to help you. And then you're going to start to tell people about it, because you want them to get results. So if you have like a mentality where as you want to go live, like I do, I'm on live every single day. You can tell people about it. Connect it to your story. Like you see this up here, how I made 40K with a remote cleaning business after being fired from my corporate job as a single mom. And then I have at the top, create an online business. That's my story. So I am pretty sure, I get right to it, and gratitude for direction. No problem. I'm pretty sure it connects to your story. So I'm glad I could help. All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. I got a date with myself tonight. Okay, I'm taking myself out. So I got to get ready for that. I have a reservation set, but I'll be back on here tomorrow at 7 p.m. because we kind of caught up. So if you have any questions, you can always shoot me a DM. Go to my YT. You can watch all the videos from the 30-day challenge. If you click on my playlist, it'll say 30-day challenge. And I'll see you guys tomorrow evening for day 15. All right. Thanks for hanging with me. Make sure you bring a female entrepreneur that's looking to build her online business. And if you want that 2 ebook bundle, shoot me a DM, and then I'll send it to you so you can get started building your online business. It's only $27. That's a week worth of Starbucks. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Bye.